In this lecture, we will be performing our moderation. Now you see I have opened two windows in front of you. This is our moderation theoretical framework. We're going to consider this theoretical framework we have moderated as job burnout, and we're going to perform these steps while performing the analysis. In first IV on DV, then MV on DV, like this, burnout on anxiety. And in the next, we are going to perform interaction term between high performance work system and burnout. And then we're going to check their impact on anxiety. So let's take a look. Then high performance work system, burnout, and then the impact on anxiety. So this is how you're going to run moderation by following the steps that I've all told you in your notes. I have given you notes with all your lectures so that when you go through the notes, you know the concepts that are involved in performing each of them. So let's take it over here and go to analyze. And then after this, you have to go to regression and then go to linear regression. Over here, reset it. So let's do it again for you. First, you have to compute. As already told you that we will computing IV and MV. So let's name it as mod, our new interaction term. And what we are going to compute? See, high performance work system and job burnout. So get back, click high performance work system, bring it over here, click it, then multiply. You have to choose multiply sign in it. And what was next? It was job burnout. Click OK. So this is what your output window tells you, that it has computed your new interaction term, that was mod. So close it, and now let's go to perform, analyze, then go to regression. And after that, you have to select linear regression again. Select it. Now what do you have as dependent variable? You had anxiety as dependent variable. Bring it back. I'm just putting two windows in front of you so that I tell you how to put dependent and independent variables one by one. So your anxiety was as dependent variable. So select anxiety as dependent variable, high performance as independent. In the first step, we are going to do this, putting anxiety as dependent and then putting high performance as independent. You see, go to next. What was the next step? We were checking moderating impact on dependent. So let's click job burnout, put it as independent now. And now you see you have clicked on moderating variable. Then next, you have to perform it in 3 steps. Next is, what you have to do is, you have to take this interaction term, you have to take HPWS and burnout, both of them. We are going to take high performance work system, then we are going to take, what was it, job burnout, BUN, take job burnout, and then we are going to take mod term, MOD. So then why did we take them again? Because it's not only MOD term that is affecting our study. These are high performance and job burnout as well that have an impact on our study and or our dependent variables. Goes to statistics and then go to R squared change. So these are the options, but you just have to select R squared change. Now this is what we need in our moderation. We do not need in mediation. So method is enter. This is fine. So now we are done. Click OK. Now this is the output window and we have got our result. Our result is coefficients and then excluded variables. Now you see like this, you have the result over here. There is a model summary, there is a ANOVA test in it. These are the R square values that you're going to write in your table. And these are for model 1, model 2 and model 3. And how you're going to get R square change. you're going to just subtract first from second. This is the second R square change, and then when you subtract R3 square minus R1 square, you get 0.034. You can even check it with the help of calculator as well. You can just do random calculating and then get back. Get down. Here you have a NOVA table that tells you about total DF value and then F test. Okay, and then get back to coefficients, and now you see in coefficients table you got different values. Here is the coefficient table and it has the values for beta. These are negative values. Then there are values for T, and then there are values for significant. If you see, first is significant, second step is insignificant. So this tells us that our hypothesis has been rejected. But if you neglect that and you see the last step, your both mod term, moderate term is significant, but your high performance work system is insignificant. So if we neglect the second, if we see the third one, if we say that our second is also significant, then according to our third step, moderation exists. But due to 0.744, which is insignificant value, we will say that this is full moderation. When there is insignificant, there is full moderation. So see the beta values, beta is actually decreasing in it. So here in mod, beta has also increased. So our moderation has been rejected due to increase in beta as well. Because for mod term, your R square should increase and beta should decrease. So these are the R square value. Let's take a look again. And these are your beta significant value. You see, this is your insignificant. And if you see over in this as insignificant, we can say that our moderation exists, but we do not find it to be existing because our beta is also increasing, and similarly our second step has become insignificant. So Barron and Canny had actually given us an assumption, and they had said that you can move to third step, and your first, second steps you have been satisfied with them, and you have their actually significance level at 0.01 or 0.05, that they should be significant. So let's take a look at what values you're going to get from what table. So see, here this is the model summary table where you're going to get the R square value. Then you're going to get R square change when you're going to subtract R3 from R1. This is the R square change value. This is the total DF value. And then this is the F test that you have performed, and F test of only third model will be considered. So next is the coefficients table. What you're going to take, you're going to take beta value from it, here, then significance value from it, like this. So these are the values where the tables where you're going to get your values from. So let's take a look at how you're going to put these values into your table. So this is our table. We're getting back to our table. This is R square. This is beta and then significance value. Suppose, for example, I'm just doing it here for you in the first step where we had impact of IV on DV. You see, this step is being eliminated. I have eliminated this step just to show you that if your second step becomes insignificant, you would stop your moderation over there. You're not going to mention your third step because your assumption of Barron-Canny assumption actually has been not fulfilled. So you're not going to mention it over here. So you see, this is insignificant, as I already told you. So you will stop your moderation over here, even if the third step is significant, but we'll have no concern with that when our second step has become insignificant. So this is how moderation is carried out even in a study and how it is analyzed. In the upcoming lecture, we're just going to see mediation, which is our last lecture about the analysis. So stay tuned to our next lecture.